Hi guys, this is Jake from MIDAS IT, and I'm gonna start webinar about the getting started with GTS NX. Before we start, there is a questions window, so you can use that if you have any questions. So we will answer you after the session or while the session. So let's get started. As I said, I am Jake from MIDAS IT, and today I'm going to introduce GTS NX. The title is How to Enhance 2D, 3D Numerical Analysis for Your Projects. There are today's contents. The first one goes with why MIDAS Geotech works for engineers. The second goes with what to do with GTS NX. Following session is how to enhance the design process. This session is the main point of today's presentation. I prepared many powerful features in this session, so please take a look at it and with concentration. And Q&A time and demonstration will be the last. Plus, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask through the question function on your screen. We will answer after the presentation or while the presentation. Let's get started with questions. I know some of you already use geotechnical software. For the people, how do you do when you want to import CAD drawings? Redrawing the program on program again? How about checking the results after running the analysis if you don't mark before you logged? Meshing again? It may take a lot of time, although you have many other works to do. GTS NX will provide all the stuff you want so that you can focus on what you have to do. Don't waste your time anymore. GTS NX will make your time efficient. This page is made to explain why MIDAS Geotech exists. We are experts in 3D and 2D geotechnical engineering. In my case, I've worked in geotechnical engineering company before. After joining in MIDAS IT, I also have many experiences about technical supporting and training with our clients. Not only me, but also other teammates are veterans in geotechnical engineering. And we are always listening to your voice. So if you need something, ask us whatever it is. And then these projects are capable with GTS NX. Excavations, pile foundation, tunnel, slope stabilities, dam embankment, dynamic analysis, and so on. On one application, you can handle all the projects with GTS NX at the same time. Briefly, GTS NX is all-round program. These analysis types help your precise analysis. Linear static analysis, stress seepage semi-coupled analysis, fully coupled analysis, consolidation, transient seepage analysis, eigenvalue, time history analysis with SRM, and etc. You can use all the stuff. And here's the firms which are using GTS NX, including Singapore's KTP and Kaga. I just brought few companies because of not enough spaces, but over 22,000 clients are using our products around the world. And these are testimonials from our loyal clients, Professor David Champman from Birmingham University and James Eddington from Mott MacDonald. Let's get to the point. If you have ever used FEM analysis, imagine the process in your head. First one is drawing geometries. Second is making meshes. Third one is assigning boundary conditions and load conditions. And finally, you will run the analysis and check the results. This is the regular work process for the FEM analysis. And here's the thing. Our interface consists of user-friendly workflow so that you can easily familiar with GTS NX. And you don't need to be worried about doing, just do what you have to do following the process. Don't be afraid of using new program. And this is for showing whole GTS NX interface. On the top, there is a ribbon menu and worktree has located at the left, but you can easily move to anywhere you want. Working window is in the center of the interface. You can see the whole model using selection tool or view tool. And property window and message window are below. These can be also moved. And you can check the results or the error messages on the message window. This one is one of our powerful features, multi-window. I'm sure that it's going to be very helpful, especially this is used for when you want to compare the results in one model analyzed by different analysis type. Or as you can see, you could see 2D and 3D results at the same time as well. Additionally, with one license, you can analyze various types of analysis. In GTS NX, there are many kinds of materials for your modeling. Find materials for your projects and assign it properly. We provide monochrome, hardening soil for general soil, hook brown, and jointed rock mass for rock, and etc. These are for your ground and the structural elements. And I think you guys are interested in whether we have undrained function for the ground or not. As you can see in this page, we have that function like undrained ABC in other software. Additionally, I brought hardening soils nonlinear tab for understanding. And we also provide all the properties as libraries. Just find out and apply it. When you couldn't find it in the libraries, you can just put your section thickness. Program will automatically calculate stiffness values such as area, second moment of area, and so on. Do not waste your time on Exceling to calculate it or something like that anymore. We have beam, truss, and pile for 1D elements, and we have interface elements for your retaining wall, and others are already prepared. We also provide partial factor function, which is based on the Eurocode 7. You can assign partial factor with a few clicks on your materials and loads. This is the window after assigning factor on the material. As you can see, cohesion and frictional angle has changed in the red box. By using this function, you can reduce human error. Moreover, with this function, you can check SRS and URS results at the same time in GTS NX. So I'm going to show you how to assign it in GTS NX. Under the static analysis tab, there is a partial factor. So if you click this, you can see this, and you can choose which design approach you want, DA1C1, DA1C2, and DA2, DA3. So just assign it, and the numbers are changed. So easily you can assign it into your material or the loads. So I already input the DA1C1 and DA1C2 for the SRS and for the URS. So results are, so in the analysis case, you can add the consider partial factor So I used DA1C1 for the general, and in the construction stage, I added the sub-stage for you to check ULS results. So you can check easily. This one is for SLS, and this one is for ULS. Like this, you can easily assign the Eurocode 7, especially partial factor, in GTS NX. Back to presentation. We can also import CAD-based files, whatever you use for analysis. We support these file formats: DWG, DXF, or the SAT, IGS. You may have section drawings like this, then just import into GTS NX. We will show you correctly the same lines or faces in GTS NX. GTS NX has intuitive and powerful geometric functions for 2D and 3D analysis. Even though you have suffered from 3D modeling, you will be familiar with it soon, I'm sure. These videos are showing making lines, circles, squares, and extrude and sweep functions. With these functions, you can make a tunnel or excavation parts or the buildings and so on. Speaking of 3D modeling, the main point is making a surface of your site. TGM, which is short for Terrain Geometry Maker, enables you to make realistic surface from your topographic information. And with the bedding plane wizard, you can make strata under the surface automatically by putting boring information. This is the example of TGM with a bedding plane wizard. You can make your site correctly to consider all the stuff. As for elements, we provide many kinds of meshing, like the above picture having red points. We also provide higher order elements to get more reliable results. In 3D modeling, we provide tetrahedral and hexahedral shape elements. Theoretically, using hexahedral elements can get more reliable results. But as you know, to make more realistic modeling, you need to use tetrahedral elements sometimes. However, in other programs, you can't control the mesh size and mesh shape at all. You may click just dense or coarse for your density. And the square boxes are the first one made of all tetrahedral elements. But in this case, your modeling can be heavy because of the number of elements. The second one is all hexahedral. In this case, you may see not proper shape for your model, like cylinder-shaped tunnel. The third one is hybrid. Your tunnel shape is proper and it has not that many elements comparing to first one. It means running time is shorter than the first one. With one hybrid element smashing, make realistic models. In GTS NX, you guys can handle all the boundary conditions and load conditions depending on your project. Constraints, water level, self-weight, draining conditions, pressure, pre-stress, and so on. In my opinion, among these, water condition is the most important thing because as you already know, in geotechnical engineering field, water causes many problems like liquefaction, settlement, and etc. So assigning water condition is one of the most important things. In GTS NX, you can easily put water conditions information with variety of ways. such as nodal head, line blocks, or face blocks, and so on. This feature probe is the most powerful than others. You don't need to mark where you want to check the result before running the analysis. Just click it, then result will pop up with text. Cutting diagram makes you can check the results with diagram, for example, buildings, specific place where you want to check. And then you can also get a table directly from GTS NX. It helps you on your projects. This is for 3D analysis. With clipping plane mode, you can cut where you want by using axis, and you can check in detail with the 3D, 2D result. I'm sure that you will love it. GTS NX provide automatic reports, material exports, so that you can show your material properties. Image files can be generated in Word format. Of course, extracting with images are okay. And 3D PDF file to show your model to your stakeholders. We provide all tools we can give you. We run our own YouTube channel. Here you can watch what we have done. Search MIDAS Geotech Official on YouTube. And also we hold webinars to support and train how to use GTS NX. Please join us through our website, midasgeotech.com. In this website, you can see articles, column, release notes as well. When you are in trouble using MIDAS software, click F1, then online manual will pop up. There are some explanations how to use that and what that means. Error codes are also in there, search on it. If you couldn't find out the solution from online manual, GTC, Global Technical Support Center, will give you a correct answer. You can request tutorials you're interested in, or you can ask your queries. We will give you feedback within 24 hours. Additionally, please post up what you need, like new features or bugs in GTC. We will update after checking out. It's gonna be very good interaction between you and us. Partial factor was one of the customers' requests. Our focus is making our clients use well. Just feel free to ask through all materials we provide. That's all I prepared. From now on, I will demonstrate how to model 3D in GTS NX. It's gonna be short demonstration, but it'll be much more helpful to understand. So let's get to the demonstration. When you open the GTS NX, you can see this page. So here you can import your CAD drawings. I will import the DXF with a 3D function. And also you can see preview and you can give the height in this section. Click OK and intersect every edges. Make the outline for the ground and extrude. Select direction and give the height. It's almost done. It's pretty easy. After that, I will imprint all the edges on the ground. Click every edges like a load. This is for the buildings. Click the direction of shortest path line. And then without the edges, you can see the marks are generated. And with the extrude function, you can make a building like this. And then I will make how to make excavation parts. With the same way, click all edges for the excavation and extrude. The height is gonna be 10 meters. And you have to divide by the height. Every stages are going with 2 meters, so I will divide with 28 for the first excavation parts. With the same way, second excavation, third excavation, and the fourth and final. This is not a proper solid because you can see the check duplicates. Then the excavation parts and the grounds are not connected. As you can see, there is no yellow faces with green edges. So we have to connect that with auto connects. Grab all the solid and click OK. After that, check duplicates. Then you can see the yellow faces with the green edges. With this, you can make you are ready to make mesh. So with the 3D generates, you can give 5 mesh size, and you can choose tetrahedral mesher or the hybrid mesher. And there is a higher order elements function, so you can choose. Click OK. Then the meshes are generated. And with the same way, you can make a building or the excavation parts. So I already made that. So I will show you that. These are excavation parts so that you can use in the stage set result. After that, we have to make structural elements. So just to show the curves. These are go with struts. So we can move to down with translate function. Select the direction and move, or you can use copy -2 and 3 times. Then apply. Then you can see the whole struts are located at the correct direction. And then you can make one with only elements generates. You can make struts. Grab all the curves. And division 1 and struts. Then the struts are generated. So you can see with the yellow, orange color. Like this way, I already made the structural elements. like this. CIP, casting pile for the retaining wall, and the H pile in the CIP, and there are wheels and king post and struts are located at the proper space. After that, you have to give some boundary conditions. So I already put some surcharge. These are for the roads, and these are for the building pressure. I will show you how to make a water level. You can use the geometries in this case. Just show the solid and hide the mesh. And in CP's consolidation analysis tab, there is a water level. So you can use this for your stress analysis. Click face. This is gonna be initial water level, and these are first excavation water level. With the same way, you can make whole water level. Then you can see in the function there is a surface function, so you can check the values like this. First excavation level is 28, so the G is 28 in somewhere. And then we will give some constraints for the ground. In the constraints, there is auto tab, so you can easily give some boundary conditions. Ground constraints. Then the constraints are located automatically. And easily you can give some pressure using this. And I will give some self weights. So check the directions and give name. Then the red arrows are generated at the center. After assigning all the boundary conditions, we have to make a construction stage. So go to stage set and click right button and add construction set. You can use the stage type everything. Thermal stress, heat transfer, consolidation, stress physics slope, and CPH only, stress only, and there is a fully coupled analysis as well. So today I will use the stress analysis and click add. And you can check the stage set wizard. So use this show data. You can choose activate. Then the activated elements are only shown in this stage. So I will add excavation parts with the soil. Then the elements are showing, and you don't have to forget the boundary conditions and self weights. And also define water level using the function I already made. So one means a multiple with the function, but without the function, you can use only this one. So if I will give 3 meters for this, you can see the water levels are generated with the blue faces. And easily you can give name and add inside too. So I will use the building roads and building roads in this stage and save. And add the CIP and king post. So you can use this CIP, king post, Don't forget clear displacement. This one is same. And in this case, you can use the substage, like for the partial factor I showed. So in this analysis, I didn't use the partial factor, so there is nothing. But you can use this and add for the first excavation. So easily move to deactivated data, then the first excavation parts as removed. And save. Click add. First strut, save. And I forgot to giving some water level for this, so you can use this one. So same way, I already made this. So you can see the initial stage and inside two, and then first excavation, first strut, second excavation, second strut, third, and final one. So all structural elements and the deactivated data are showing. After that, I will show you the post-processing parts. So here you can see the water level with this, and you can check the water level like this. And I will show you what probe is. So choose the stage, and I will check the T-jet for the settlements. So here there is a probe function. So click probe. Then you can check the result or where you want to check. If there is a node, you can easily check the result. Just click nodes. Then the values are here, and values are also shown with the text. And also we have an extract function, so you can easily check the result on based nodes here. And also we have a cutting diagram and clipping plane. With this, you can make like this. You can check the results. And 3D, 2D result, you can check the result easily. So with this function, you can make image files with the image file format or the Word format. So I already made it for showing. Look at this. You can easily get the results images with Word format. And that's all. That's all I prepared for this presentation. So if you have any questions, please ask us through the questions window.